guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be filming for you my yearly favorites of 2015. I actually was just going to go ahead and do a December favorites because I've only been on YouTube for about 2-3 months, but I actually had a lot of comments from you guys on my Instagram asking if I can go ahead and do a yearly favorites to you guys because you were interested in seeing everything that I used even off camera. So that is what I'll be doing for you guys today. Also, before we really quick get started, I wanted to go ahead and let you guys know that I did recently start a Snapchat and I also started a Twitter. So I will leave them on the bottom of the screen here for you guys. If you guys want to go ahead and start to follow me, that would be a lot of fun. I think I'm a pretty fun person and I think I'm really funny. So Snapchat is going to be really interesting. So to do this video, I went through my whole makeup collection and I wanted to go ahead and pick the things that I have been using the most this year, the things that I have been loving the most this year. Video would be I went through and found the top like 1, 2, or 3 things that I have been loving. And yeah, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So first, I'm going to start off with primers. I always have to wear a primer, so for me, primers are really, really important. And I actually have 3. The first primer that I want to talk about is actually a drugstore product, but I have been really, really loving it, especially recently. And it is the NYX Angel Veil Primer. I don't really use this as much in my videos. I only use it actually for drugstore videos, but I do really love this primer for day to day. And it is a really, really great primer. Like I said, I feel like I don't use it on camera, which I probably should start doing, but I do really love this primer. It's a really great price for the primer, hence like other really expensive primers. It's a really great deal and it's so inexpensive, but it feels like it's a really great primer on the skin. So this is the NYX Angel Veil Primer. The next primer that is by far my holy grail primer forever. I will probably talk about this primer every single year that I do one of these favorites because it is my favorite primer. Of course, I sit down to film and Penny's gotta go outside. Why do you always do this to me? My favorite primer of all time, that is a lot to say, is the Hourglass Veil Primer. Oh, the Angel Veil and the Veil Primer, my favorite. It holds your makeup like no other. If you have really dry skin, I don't have dry skin, but I've heard a lot of great things about the Hourglass 28 Serum Primer, which everyone loves. Like I said, I don't have dry skin, so I personally have never tried it, but Hourglass primers, I think, are probably one of the best. You can go through the Sahara Desert, go through a jungle, go through whatever it is. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. This will hold your makeup like no other. I wear this whenever I want my makeup to stay on all day. This was my go-to primer as well. In the summertime, I would put this on. I remember this year I actually had a family reunion and I put my makeup on at like 8 o'clock in the morning, didn't get back to the house until like 11 o'clock that night, and my makeup still was intact. Nothing was creasing. It looked like I had just put my makeup on, and I swear it is because of this primer. It gives you such great results and it keeps your makeup on all day without creasing, without flaking or moving or anything like that. So this is the Hourglass Veil Primer.
Who's bothering me?
And the last primer that I really want to talk about before I take Penny out is the pore minimizing primers. I usually use the Smashbox pore minimizing, which I love, don't get me wrong, but this one is before my Smashbox primer, without a doubt. This is the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Pore Refining Primer. I cannot tell you guys, if you have larger pores, if you have spots that you want smoothed out on your face, you need to get this. It is a bit pricey, but it is a huge bottle. I will say that. It is a huge tube and you will probably have this for a couple months. I cannot get enough of this stuff. It is the best smoothing, pore minimizing, pore refining primer that I have ever used. I love it. So this is the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Pore Refiner Primer. One moment, I have to take Penny out. I am back. Okay, so now that we have primers down, I'm gonna go ahead and share with you guys my favorite foundations. So first, I want to let you guys know that my favorite drugstore is definitely going to be the Loreal True Match Lumi. Hands down, favorite drugstore foundation. Again, I haven't tried every single drugstore foundation out there, but this is one that I love more than anything. It stays on great all day. It gives you that luminous, dewy look. I thought I heard someone beep. It's the foundation that I always wear when I am out and about or I'm running errands or, you know, whatever it may be, because I just know that this foundation is gonna make my skin look flawless and luminous, and I just absolutely love it. So this is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi foundation. My next favorite foundation is the Aqua foundation by xoxo. I love this stuff. It is a high definition foundation, but I feel like it just makes your skin look so like healthy. I don't know what it is. My color that I use is 143. I don't know what it is about this foundation. It gives your skin such a beautiful finish. This is a expensive foundation, but I feel like it is so worth it because I don't know, I mean, I don't know anything about formulas and the science behind things, but I just don't know what it is about this. It just makes your skin so healthy and just gorgeous. I just love this foundation so much. So this is the xoxo Aqua foundation. My next favorite foundation is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, which came out this year, and it is one of my favorites as well. I am in the shade Natural Beige, so this is always the foundation that I wear when I am at my darkest when it comes to self-tanning, and I love this stuff so much. I actually want to get it in more colors for when I'm not as tan, but this foundation is one of the only foundations, or one of the few foundations I should say, in my collection that does not crease on me at all. I have a big problem when it comes to putting on foundations in my smile lines because I do smile a lot and I'm always talking and
smiling and talking and smiling.
And a lot of the foundations that I have, by the end of the day, my smile lines are so bad and creasy, and it makes me look like I'm 30 years older. And so that has always been my biggest struggle when it comes to foundations. Thankfully, I kind of have it down pat, but this is one of the foundations that when I am going out for a while and I don't want to keep on retouching my makeup, or I don't have time to retouch my makeup, this is the foundation that I will always go to, because I feel like between this and the Hourglass primer, my makeup will not crease, will not move, will not do anything. And this is just such a beautiful formula. It makes the skin look great. I just love this foundation so much. So this is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. The next foundation product that I have is by Cover FX. These are their custom cover drops, which I love these things. I probably use this bottle on a weekly basis when it comes to doing my foundation. The color that I have is G50. And the thing that I love about these custom cover drops is you can have all different shades. You can have a dark one, a medium one, and a really light one. So if your foundation is too light, you can add a really dark color in it. If it's too dark, you can add a little bit of a light and mix it up, and it will give you that perfect foundation. I actually used it today in my foundation. I used the new Cover FX oil-free foundation. I got it for Christmas and I wanted to try it out. So I mixed it with this and that, and I put a little bit of beauty oil in it to kind of sheer out the coverage a little bit, and this is what I'm left with, and I'm so far really, really loving it. But this is something that I love using. I love mixing this as well with my NARS All Day Weightless Luminous Foundation, because I feel like the two together just gives such a beautiful look to the face. So I love these. I think that this is a really great thing for anyone to have in their collection for if you want to add a little bit of darkness to a foundation, since foundations can be really expensive, and you know, your skin tone changes all the time. So to have something like this in your collection is really, really, it's just such a great idea, I feel. So these are the Cover FX custom cover drops. Speaking of face products, I want to really quickly go into powders that I have been loving. The number one powder that I love, without a doubt, you guys know this is my holy grail powder. This is the one that I use in every single one of my videos, even my drugstore videos, because I cannot live without this stuff. This is the Mercier translucent powder. I owe my life to this powder. That may be a little over the top, but it's just how I feel. Between my concealer and the steps that I do, I put this on top and my concealer will not crease. I will say it will crease a little bit because, like I said, my under eyes are very creasy, but this has cut down the creasing under my under eyes so much, I literally cannot even tell you guys. So this is my holy grail product. This is the Mercier translucent powder. The powder that I love and I have been using since day one. This was actually the first thing that my mom ever bought me, which is the NARS pressed powder. I use the color Beach, and I actually have a backup one because I've hit pan on this one, but this powder is a really great powder as well. I have found that this does not make anything crease as well. I like to put this in my smile lines once in a while, and I feel like the smile lines, again, it doesn't crease. I love putting this all over the face as well. I love putting this down first and then going in with my, if I'm doing a powder contour, going with my powder contour, because it will actually blend out easier if you put a powder underneath and then go on top and blend that powder out a little bit more. So yeah, this is the NARS pressed powder in Beach. Bam. Really quick, I'm gonna bring up my brows because it's just gonna be a really quick, simple thing because I'm sure you guys know what my favorite products are. My favorite brow products, the first one that I use is the Anastasia Brow Wiz. The color that I have is soft brown. I've been using soft brown recently. I have dark brown as well, but I feel like I like the way that my brows look when they're a little bit lighter. This is always my number one when it comes to brows. And then to fill in my brows, my other favorite are the Anastasia brow powders. I use the soft brown, which is the only powder that I use now. Sometimes I do add a little bit of dark brown or a little bit of chocolate to the tail of my brow because the hairs at the end of my brow are a little bit more sparse. So if I need to fill them in a little bit more, I'll go in with a darker color. A lot of you have been requesting a brow tutorial, which don't worry, I will be doing that for you guys very, very soon. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Now on to the rest of the face. I'm gonna talk about highlighting and contouring. So let's do contouring first. I think the bulb is going on my ring light. It's not as bright as it usually is. So when it comes to contouring, you have powders and creams. And for me, my favorite is creams. I just feel like when you use creams, it looks more natural. So for me, I have loved doing cream contour the most this whole year. So one of the products that I have loved when it comes to cream contouring is the Soleil Tan Day Chanel Bronzing Base. It is just the perfect bronzing base ever. I just love this so much. I actually use this on its own. You can use it on its own, or you can actually take a dark, you know, kind of cream contour color, and then you can go ahead in with this and blend that out so it looks more natural and more just blended and really nice. So I really, really love this stuff. Again, it is Chanel, so it is a little bit on the pricey side, but I've had this for months and I feel like I have not made a dent in it. So this is something that will last you a really long time. So it's a really kind of great investment to go ahead and kind of purchase this. So this is the Soleil Tan Day Chanel Bronzing Base. Next, when it comes to cream contouring, my number one favorite cream contouring products, which I've used the most in my videos, is the Anastasia Cream Contour Kit in medium. I have used the heck out of this. I've hit pan on the banana, and it is just my favorite thing to do when I am doing a cream contour. I use this shade right here in the middle when it comes to doing my cream contour, and I'll blend it out on its own using my MAC 130 brush. I also love using the warm coral as well as the banana for under the eyes. So when you do have dark circles, you want to put a orangey color under your eyes to cancel out the bluish tones under your eyes. So this is by far, I think, my favorite orange concealer that I have put under my eyes. I feel like it really cancels out the dark circles, and it's one of my favorites. And then I love to put the banana right under my eyes. I've done it in a bunch of my foundation tutorials as well, which I'll link down below for you guys if you haven't seen them. But I love to put this just to add a bit of a highlight to my under eyes because I like to have that highlighted look. I don't want it to be like white under my eyes, but I do like to have that highlighted look under my eyes. And so I feel like using this banana, it just really brightens it up. But I really do love this. This is one of my favorite cream contouring products. So this is the Anastasia Cream Contour Kit in medium. They do come in fair, light, medium, and deep. So depending on your skin tone, you can get whatever you want. Now onto powders when it comes to contouring. I also use powders every single day along with the creams because when you put creams down, you need to set the creams. So my favorite powders to use for my contour and to set everything is the Kat Von D Shade Light Palette. I love this palette so much. I recently hit my finger in this pan, if you guys didn't see that video, and I mix, whoa! Oh, son of a, look at what I did! Oh gosh, and it's all over my pants. And that's why there's a big, huge dent in it. But this is my favorite contour kit ever. These two shades are the ones that I use when it comes to contouring. I've used it on my face today. And then I do like to use these two shades to brighten up the under eyes. So this is just my favorite. I love the powders. They're not too chalky. They're easily blendable. And I just think this is such a great palette. So this is the Kat Von D Shade Light Palette. Okay, now this actually has a little bit of contour in it, but this is also going into blushes, the next palette. So we're gonna go and do blushes next. But this is, oh my God. This is the NARS Stephen Klein palette. This is called the One Shocking Moment Cheek Palette. I have used this pretty much every single day or every other day of my life because it is the perfect palette ever. Like I said, it has a contouring shade, it has a bronzing shade, and then it has a highlighting shade here, and then up top you have 4 blush shades. I feel like everyone should have this because for me, these 4 blush shades are just like the perfect shades. These are the shades that I go to the most, a pinky, an orangey, and a really nice berry color. I always like to add a little bit of color to the cheeks because then it will blend in with the color of your lipstick or whatever you have on your lips. But this is just like my favorite palette ever. I love this. I love the contouring shade as well. I love the bronzing shade. This is the NARS Laguna, which is very, very well known by NARS. It's just the best palette ever. So this is the NARS Stephen Klein One Shocking Moment Cheek Studio Palette. On to the rest of my blushes. I have a couple of blushes because you can't have enough blushes. That's my philosophy. The first one is going to be MAC Peaches, which I think is a blush that everyone should have in their collection. It is just a blush that can go with every single look. It is a blush that will give you a nice, healthy look to your skin. It's just a really great blush. It's not too much, just such a beautiful peachy color that you can put on your cheek. So this is Peaches, and then the next MAC blush that I have is Buff, which I'm actually wearing on my cheeks today. Again, this is a blush that I feel like everyone should have. You can wear this every single day when you don't know what blush to wear. This is definitely a go-to blush for anybody. Again, you can add this and then add a little bit of color to the cheeks to match with your lip color or whatever you want to do. There's no rules in makeup. You can do whatever you want. I pretty much use this on a weekly basis as well. So this is the MAC blush in Buff. The next blush that I love is by BECCA. This is their blush in Wild Honey. I think I have the majority of their blushes. I literally have so many favorites by BECCA. I love Wild Honey, which is this one. I love Damselfly. I love Flower Child. I just love the BECCA blushes. They're so amazing. It is just such, again, another great everyday blush that you can use. It gives that warmth to your face, and I just love it. There's just nothing else that I can say about it. I just love this blush so much. Again, I've used it so much, and it looks like I haven't even touched it. So this is another great investment when it comes to blushes. Getting a BECCA blush is just, you're set for life. You just need to buy this and you're good. So this is the BECCA blush in Wild Honey. I also have this Tarte blush that I got a while back, and I used it a lot, probably in the spring and summertime, but I wanted to go ahead and include it in this tutorial. Include this in this video because I was using this a lot. So this is the Tarte Tartelette blush, and this is in the shade Celebrated. So this is a really beautiful blush. It's got like a pinky tone to it. It's like a pinky tone, but it's not too pink. Like I feel like in the pan it looks really pink, but on the skin it gives such a beautiful kind of dusty pink look. I've taken down the, you know, imprint in the blush because I've used it so much. So that's why I wanted to go ahead and include it in this video because it is a blush, again, like I've said with all the other blushes, that you can wear every single day and it will go with every single makeup look that you wear. So this is the Tarte blush in the shade Celebrated. Let's hear it. There we go. The last blush that I have has actually been a recent favorite of mine, but I have been wearing it a lot this month. I used this in my Victoria's Secret fashion show makeup tutorial, and like I said, ever since then I have been loving it. This is the Girlactik Beauty Cream Blush in Coral. Now, when I did that Victoria's Secret fashion show look, this was the first time that I had ever used this blush because their makeup artist said that he uses a cream blush, and he uses a red cream blush, which I was like, oh my gosh, but the Victoria's Secret angels look like, you know. But obviously he's doing something right. So this was the only cream blush that I had in my collection to go ahead and do that video, but I have become obsessed with doing my makeup with this. What I do is I put this down first, and then I'll go ahead and put my foundation not on top of it, because I don't want this blush to be, you know, I don't want any of it to be taken away in a sense. I always put my foundation and I kind of blend it into the blush. I feel looking at it, you'd be like, how the heck am I gonna wear this? I swear to, you know what, I can't even begin to tell you how obsessed I am with this blush. And I will be completely honest, I was guilty and like, how the heck are you gonna use this kind of blush? But now I use it all the time and I cannot get enough of it. So this is the Girlactik Beauty Cream Blush in the shade Coral. I need some water. I need some water. Now on to highlighters. First one being the Anastasia Illuminator. They came out with these this year, and my favorite so far, without a doubt, has been So Hollywood. It is just, I can't. If you want to glow, you need this in your life. If you are a highlight fanatic, you need this in your life. Honestly, all the highlighters that I'm gonna share with you guys next are my favorites. They're all the best. I'll probably say the same thing for each and every one, but Anastasia So Hollywood, you will glow like no other. You can put pounds and pounds and pounds of this, and even though you will glow like crazy, it will still make you look absolutely gorgeous. Like, I don't know what it is. This is just the best highlighter ever. So this has been one of my favorites for the year of 2015. This is in So Hollywood. They have also Starlit, Riviera, and Peach Nectar, I think is the other one. So this is the So Hollywood Illuminator by Anastasia. Next, my other favorite has been the MAC Extra Dimension Skin Finish in Oh Darling. I feel like my silence is showing you guys that I have no words for this highlighter. So this is the MAC highlighter in Oh Darling. My next highlight that I actually am wearing today, I got this recently for Christmas, but the first time that I wore it was today, but I had to include it because it is my favorite and it's only one day left of 2015, so I'm sorry, I had to include it. I know I haven't used it as much as the other ones, but I had to include it in this video. So this is the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek in Electric Slide. You need this in your life. Get it right now. ColourPop, it's just amazing, and their stuff is so inexpensive. Their shadows are $5 each, and their blushes and highlighters are $8 each. It's a beautiful golden highlight as well, kind of like all the other ones that I'm sharing with you guys. The golden highlights are probably my favorite, but yeah, oop. Oh, I just wiped off like 5 pounds of my makeup right there. This is just, as you can see on the cheeks, hopefully you guys can see it in the light, it just gives you such a gorgeous glow. I love it. Go get it. Next, the other highlight that has been my favorite this year that I got is the Soleil Beauty Gimme Glow highlight. I have talked about this many times here on my channel, and it is just one of my favorite highlighters that I have ever used. It is the best golden highlight ever. I'm also obsessed with the print that is on these highlighters. I feel like this is the one that I go to when I really want to like if I'm going to a special occasion, which I mean, I don't really have that many special occasions that I go to, but that's besides the point. This is the highlight that I just feel like when it comes to the highlighters, I'm at a loss for words because they're all just so beautiful and I don't know what to say. So this is the Soleil Hollywood Gold highlight. I love it. My last highlighting product that I want to share with you guys is a product, oh! I almost dropped it, which is another product that I can't say enough things about, and I've used it so many times here on my channel. This is the BECCA Champagne Glow Palette. BECCA sent this to me a while ago, and I think it was in July that they sent this to me, and I have used the heck out of this. It is one of the best highlighting palettes ever. It has 3 highlighters in it. This one is Blushed Copper, this is Champagne Pop, and this one is Pearl. Pearl is now a permanent color, which is amazing. But I love this whole palette. These two are probably the ones I use the most, but I do use Blush Copper. I think that people look at it and they're like, how the heck can I wear that color? But I love putting this. I remember I put it on top of Wild Honey in one of my tutorials, and it gives such a beautiful just warm glow to your cheek. But if you want to be seen from outer space, if you mix these two together, girl. So what I do is I always go ahead and I put champagne pop right on top, and then I'll go in with pearl and dust sign on top of it, and it is just like bam, best glow of life. So this is the BECCA Champagne Glow palette, which I love. And okay, so now that we're done with the face, I'm gonna go ahead and do our eyes. I have loved so much this year. It was very hard for me, and I only picked these three because I have so many palettes. I am a palette hoarder where I try and buy as many palettes as I can, but it was so difficult for me to pick palettes because the ones that I use the most are these. These are the ones that I use the most out of any single palette in my collection. These are my Z palettes, and these are my Makeup Geek shadows. I have three palettes that are Makeup Geek shadows, so I'm just gonna share with you guys this one, but this is the palette that I probably use the most. I use this pretty much every single day of my life. I use this in every single tutorial. Makeup Geek shadows are without a doubt one of the best shadows ever. They're only $5, $6, which is half the price of MAC shadows. And they're just so, I just cannot get enough of these Makeup Geek shadows. I got a couple more for Christmas, which I'm really excited to try out. I also love the MAC shadows that are in my Z palette. I love the Anastasia Beverly Hills shadows, but I wanted just to share with you guys this palette because this is the one that I use the most. These single shadows that are in the pans that I have in my Z palettes are by far my favorite palettes. The other palette that was the biggest thing this year was the Morphe 35O palette. I did do 2 tutorials. Ooh, you guys really love them. I believe the one I have almost 6,000 views on it, which is pretty amazing. But yeah, this is a palette that I think everyone went insane for this year, and I understand why. I love Morphe palettes. I have about 5 of them in my collection, and I feel like they're just always a great palette to have no matter what colors are in them, because for me, whether it's colors like this, warm colors, or it's a bright color or whatever it is, I love to have those kind of palettes in my collection because I feel like when I feel stumped as a makeup artist and when I'm coming up with looks, kind of like today, I just threw on these eyeshadows not knowing if it was gonna look good at all, but this is such a beautiful eye look, you know what I mean? So I feel like having these kind of palettes, though you look like a hoarder because you have about 25 of them, they're so good to have because I feel like it will just spark your creativity and just you'll come up with a look that you never thought you could come up with. So I just love these kind of palettes. Morphe is very inexpensive as well. So this is the Morphe 35O palette, but just the Morphe palettes in general have been my favorite this year. And last but not least, speaking of going from telling you guys how to have inexpensive things, now I'm going to share with you guys the most expensive products that I own. Actually, it is the most expensive product that I own in my makeup collection. I got this for Christmas. This is the Natasha Denona palette, and I used this palette on my eyes today, and I am so in love with this. These eyeshadows are so amazing. Today I use this one down here, which is Calypso Blue. And as you can see on the eyes, it is so beautiful. I actually put a black base under it so that the color would really pop. But I swear I cannot get enough of these shadows. They are so gorgeous. I now am spoiled and I don't know what to do about it. I feel like extremely guilty. And I just love it. I feel so guilty for loving it. I love you. Really quickly for the eyes, I have a lot of lashes and I don't regret it. I don't regret it at all. So lashes are my obsession. So I want to share with you guys my favorite styles that I've been wearing this year, which is a lot. It's more than 2, like I said in the beginning of this video. So my #1 favorite lashes this year, and I actually just bought 3 more because I feel like I cannot be without these lashes. These are the Eylure lashes by Vegas Nay, and these are the Grand Glamour lashes. These are by far my favorite lashes pretty much of life. I love all lashes, but I feel like these are just so beautiful that I cannot tell you guys. There's no words to really tell you how much I love these lashes. I feel like you can wear these with any kind of look and they will just go with every single look that you do. Like when I find a good pair of lashes and or any product in my collection, I feel like I need to stock up on it because it seriously is, I'm gonna seriously have an anxiety attack like the day when I run out of these lashes. So these are the Vegas Nay Eyelure Grand Glamour lashes. I just love them. I love them so much. So those are the Samantha by Huda Beauty. I also have been loving the Blinking Beauty, Samantha lashes by Blinking Beauty. They are such gorgeous lashes. Again, I love them. Another one of my favorites this year has been the Mosquito lashes, and these are in the style of Voila. One of my favorite lashes ever. Ever. If I could wear these lashes every single day, I would. They are one of the best. I love Mosquito and I love the Voila lashes. Next, House of Lashes. I've been wearing House of Lashes so much this year, especially the past couple of months, and these are by far my favorite. These are the Boudoir lashes. I've worn them pretty much in half of my makeup tutorials here on my channel, but they are just so gorgeous. I cannot say enough about them. So these are the Boudoir lashes. And then when it comes to drugstore lashes, I will say I do love drugstore lashes, but my favorite thing to do this year when it comes to drugstore lashes is doing like a dope is doing the individual putting on individual lashes, whether I put them on top of another pair of lashes. My favorite to put them on top of is the Ardell Wispy lashes, the natural wispies. Don't want to wear lashes, and I don't want to fuss of, you know, having the feeling of knowing that I have lashes on, if that makes any sense, because sometimes when you wear heavier lashes, you can see kind of the lash throughout the day, if that makes any sense. These are a great alternative. It takes a little bit longer, of course, to put on individual lashes, but they give you such a natural look and you feel like you have no lashes on throughout the day. So I love to do individuals when I want to be very minimal in my makeup and I don't want to go ahead and put on a full pair of lashes that day. I'll go in with individuals. It doesn't look like you're wearing falsies at all. So I love the Ardell individual lashes. Last but not least are lip products. So I have a bunch of lip products. First, I want to talk about lip liners. Without a doubt, I think my favorite lip liners are by MAC, and I actually have another one here, but these are the ones that I have used without a doubt the most this year. For everyday nude lips, I use Subculture, which I've used a bunch in my tutorials. I have used Boldly Bare, which I actually used today to line my lips. Oak is a really great color to use as well. For more of a pinky tone, I love using Soar. For my red lips, my go-to red lip liner is always MAC Cherry. And then the other lip liner that is not by MAC, this is actually by Charlotte Tilbury. This is her Lip Cheat Reshape and Resize Lip Liner in Iconic Nude. I have used this so much. This is a perfect nude lip liner if you're looking for something, and this stays on all day. I love this lip liner so much. So those are my top lip liners, my top colors, and my top brands that I use when it comes to lip liners. Lipsticks and lip glosses. Nail varnish, and the daughter's like, it isn't lipstick, lip gloss. The biggest thing this year, pretty much, and probably will be forever, are the matte liquid lipsticks. For me, I feel like this year I didn't even wear regular lipstick that much because liquid lipsticks have been the biggest thing when it comes to lips and lipstick in the beauty community. This is from Sephora actually, and this has been the red lip that I've been wearing a lot this holiday season. This is the Sephora lip stain, and this is, oh gosh, I cannot read this. Like, I seriously can't even read it. 01, the lip stain in 01. It's such a beautiful red. I absolutely love it. And then this one has also been my favorite recently. This is the Dose of Colors matte lipstick, and this is in Stone. This has been a favorite of everybody's for so long, and then it was sold out and people were like going insane for it. And I actually was recently able to get my hands on it, and it is such a beautiful color. I understand why everyone is so obsessed with it. I love this liquid lipstick so much. And these have been my three probably most worn liquid lipsticks throughout the whole year. First and foremost, Pure Hollywood. I'm wearing it today. It is the best nude liquid lipstick. And then these two are also my favorites. These actually came out in her fall line. This one is in Veronica, which every time I wore this, I seriously cannot tell you how many compliments I got on this lipstick. My favorite red lipstick pretty much that I own and I have a backup of, because when I run out of this again, it will be like the end of the world. This is the Anastasia liquid lipstick in Seraphine. Don't know what it is. I don't know if it's my skin tone or my hair color or what it is, but this red is my favorite. I feel like it is the best red lipstick on me. And last but not least, the last category are lip glosses. So my favorite lip glosses have been these four. I probably have worn these the most this year. This one is by MAC. This is the MAC lip gloss in Underage. This is my go-to lip gloss. When I want to have a little bit of a peachy kind of tone, I think that everyone should have this lip gloss in their collection. I think it's just the best lip gloss ever. So that is in Underage. This one by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is in the shade Undressed. This is her nude lip gloss, which I wear on a weekly basis. I love this stuff so much. All of her lip glosses are so pigmented. So this one is in Undressed. And then the last two I have are by NARS. This one is in the shade Chelsea Girls, which I wore a lot in the fall time. And then the last lip gloss that has been my favorite this year is also by NARS, and this is in the shade Gold Digger.
Now, I ain't saying she's a gold digger.
This lip gloss does have shimmer in it, but I love to put this on top of nude lips. I love this. I love this lip gloss. I mean, you can have lipstick, lip gloss, and then have this on top, and it gives such a nice, great, just shimmer to your lips, but it's not too much, if you know what I mean. So this is in the shade Gold Digger. So that is it for my 2015 yearly favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the products that I have shown you guys. Again, I feel like I have so many products that I want to share with you guys, but these have been my top products without a doubt. The ones that I have used the most this year, the ones that I have loved the most. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below any kind of products that you have been loving this year, because I would love to hear your favorites, so that, you know, if they're not my favorites and or if I don't have them in my collection, I can go ahead and get them and see what the fuss is all about. I feel like 2016, I feel like I'll be able to grow a lot more as an artist. I hope that I'll be able to do great videos for you guys, because that's always my #1 priority. I will always want to be able to give you guys what you want, as well as create looks that you guys will be able to achieve. So I kind of feel like 2016 is gonna be great. It's definitely gonna be a lot better than this year. And I hope and pray that each and every one of you have a great 2016. So I love you all, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. You both are driving me crazy today. Do you realize that? Speaking, no. 2 hours long. Penny. Oh, okay.
Yeah, picture paints 1,000 words, it's true, but it's still not enough for how I feel about you.
Use a wear and or it's kind of my found. This is the ColourPop Super Shock. It gives your skin it gives your skin. Use these pretty much on a weekly basis. This is her lip cheat. This is her lip cheat. This is her lip cheat. I can't say it. To go ahead and keep it